So, good morning, everyone. We begin chanting in universal well-being.
May I abide in well-being, in freedom from affliction, in freedom from hostility, in freedom from ill will, in freedom from anxiety, and may I maintain well-being in myself. May everyone abide in well-being, in freedom from hostility, in freedom from ill will, in freedom from anxiety, and may they maintain well-being in themselves. May all beings release from all suffering, and may they not be parted from the good fortune they have attained. When they act upon intention, all beings are the owners of their action and inherit its results. Their future is born from such action, companion to such action, and results will be their home. All actions with intention, be they skillful or harmful, of such acts there will be the heirs.
Back to journals and letters from the pilgrimage. And today is the entry from, let me see right here, our master Heng Shure. It's March 25th, 1978. And begins with the quote from Avatamsaka Sutra, chapter 40. Peeling his skin for paper, splitting his bones for pens, and drawing his blood for ink, he wrote out sutras stacked as high as Mount Sumeru. End of quote. Vairochana Buddha had a proper sense of values. The sticking carcass that we so treasure, he saw as a tool, an object, a means to benefit others. He recognized the body as impermanent, going bad after a few years, turning weak and sick, returning to earth, air, fire, and water. I practiced Tai Chi on the beach again this morning. The beach and low tide speaks the Dharma of impermanence. Rotting wood from the eroding, shoreline trees, pink-bellied shells turning to sand. A fly-covered seagull, eyes eyeless, and hideous, gosh. The bleached skeleton of a California sea otter. My own decaying flashback, stretching, cracking, leaving tennis shoe prints in the wet brown beach sand. The running tide quickly erases the marks of my passing. In a few years, I will be gone and forgotten, of no more consequences to the world than the gull, the otter, or the flies that pick their bones. Yet, if I can find the courage to follow Vairochana in study, to use my body to cultivate the way according to the eternally dwelling, indestructible Dharma nature, then my few years in this body will not have been waste. It's a kind of a quite sobering morning from Reverend Heng Shure. And it's quite an inspiring for me to read his uh, contemplation of impermanence. He says doing Tai Chi on the beach. At the time he was quite young, I think 26 or 27 years old, and having kind of a direct insight how this universe works, right? It's a constant dance of impermanence. Even can be noticed the place like beach, if we really pay attention to. And it's interesting that although it's could be a kind of sobering, as I said, or kind of challenging to see the truth, like everything is constant flux and change. In this body, one day will go away from us. He kind of didn't finish with kind of depressed, kind of terrifying, or kind of not lead to alienation, despair, but kind of found inspiration for the cultivation of Dharma. I don't want to waste these years. I can do something what is truly meaningful. Have a kind of a gratitude. I can use this my time well to benefit others, to do good, to kind of be good human from this short time what we have. The question is what is our attitude? How we face the fact of the impermanence. I want to share this. The one answer we can, or advice we can got from 13th century Sufi Persian poet and mystic and scholar Rumi. The poem is the Guest House. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival. A joy, a depression, meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an expected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Wrote Rumi. And it's quite interesting, right? That first of all, we can look at in our body and ourselves as a hotel or kind of guest house, kind of temporary using this dwelling combined from fire, earth, wind, and water. Looking for the fourth one. This is as just temporary, a temporary guest house. And very like, as he says, like treat what's happening in this guest house, all the thoughts, emotions, feelings, as honorable visitors. That every day is a new arrival. All this is flux and change. And so what we have attitude, how we welcome the new guests, what coming to our consciousness, to our heart. And say that equally right? So welcome them. If it's sorrow, if it's joy, if it's depression, okay, welcome. I can learn something from you. I can have an insight. Maybe I can learn some appreciation, noticing kindness, have the opportunity to notice gratitude. And from the sorrow, the challenges, I can learn to be compassionate, to be patient, to be gentle. All this is important, right? Always the opportunity to grow, kind of to see the passing phenomena, what's coming and going, with this kind of open, light heart. Even he says, you can laugh on it, don't have to take so seriously. This is just temporary guests. In that sense, the impermanence is probably a gift, right? Even the sorrow and depression is the momentary phenomena, but for sure will go. So maybe this is it for today. You can honorably welcome any events for today, any thoughts, any emotions, whatever it comes, has an equal important value. Maybe, and we have this light smile and arrive, some insight will come. Okay, so now we have 3 steps, 1 bow practice.
Okay, I'm going to have to go because we have a class in the morning. So Jingwisher will lead the 3 steps, 1 bow.
Yeah, and we'll finish a little bit earlier too.